But my character plays a screenwriter, a reluctant and accidental screenwriter for a propaganda film that's is being commissioned by the government to boost morale. And so she's there to she's brought in to write the women's dialogue, or as we call it in the film, the slop, and become someone really quite brilliant at what she does.
Well, they were looking for someone to play a chronically self-absorbed, pompous actor in his declining years, and they came to me, which obviously was a stretch. I had to do a lot of research. It's fun to play those kind of characters. He's a right proper Wally, and he is, as you say, pretty arrogant and narcissistic. But as you also suggest, towards the end of the film you get to see that there might be a bit more to him than that, and he does turn out to be quite sort of useful. I do admire, the one thing I do like about him is that he takes acting quite seriously, and he has a kind of respect for it beyond his own status concerns.
So Sophie's forced into a relationship with Ambrose, who she's known for many, many years, but probably thought he was an idiot through some unfortunate circumstances, as you said. And they just have this sort of really odd relationship that she's almost like a matron or a nanny. She just sort of tells him off and puts him back in his box. But they have huge affection towards each other, and I think sort of end up falling in love. It's a really sweet sort of little story, little vignette within the bigger film.
Yeah, it's really refreshing. It was really refreshing for me to read a script which focuses on the war and the Blitz, but from a female perspective. Usually, and quite rightly, we look at it from the kind of men's perspective, from the war itself. But this, there was a lot going on back home. Women were losing their husbands and sons and loved ones. They were also having to kind of contribute to the war effort, go into the workplace. They were given jobs, men's jobs. It was a really incredible time, and also had to be really resilient. And lots of women were given positions that they'd never dreamed that they'd ever do again, like my character, and with screenwriting.
She's got a quiet strength about her, that character. She ends up being a trailblazer, but she's not banging on doors saying, I must write. She's somebody who only discovers that she likes that because she's given the chance. She starts off as someone who thinks, who has self-respect, but who believes that, probably her role is to help her husband become a great artist. And when she starts working and realising that she can do something, she realises that's more rewarding.
The writing was of such great quality, and I love the fact that it was funny. I love the fact that it takes on large themes without punishing anybody, and nobody suffers, and everybody gets to be entertained at the same time. And I'm drawn to that period. I was born just after that period, but I grew up with all those kind of stories. My family and everybody's families were involved in the Second World War, obviously, and therefore it's a period for which a lot of people have a nostalgia, largely people who weren't there. But it was in fact a brutal, savage time when nobody felt safe for many years.
I had a real sense of pride, actually, when I read it, that although these people are all living in this, comedic world that's very, very funny, that actually how people can behave so excellently in times of trouble. The stiff upper lip and repression may be frowned upon now by psychoanalysts, but actually it served a nation twice through wars. And I have a huge admiration for people who could go through immense, grief and hardship, but still can crack a joke.
You get to laugh and you get to cry, and it gives you something to think about on the way home. It's the whole kind of package.